Hello and welcome to College Success. My name is Matthew Poole, and today we're going over Chapter 12, Planning Your Future. All of the following information is directly from OpenStax, and there are free resources on the subject of college success. To find the free textbook, visit the description below. Thank you, OpenStax. Let's begin. Today we're going to be going over 12.1, Why Worry About a Career While I'm in College? 12.2, Your Map Success, the Career Planning Cycle. And 12.3, Where Can You Go From Here? How ready are you to plan your career? I want you to consider the following statements. Number 1, I'm feeling certain about my major, or my ability to choose a major soon. Number 2, I know what kinds of jobs I can get with my major. Number 3, I have a good idea of what I need to do in each year of college to achieve career success as I graduate. And number 4, I am aware of what resources are on campus to help me create a career plan. As well, we'll be diving into the following topics. We'll learn what a career is and how it applies to you. We'll identify resources on campus that can help you explore careers and develop a plan, as well as increase your self-awareness relative to your career aspirations and map productive steps forward. 12.1, Why worry about a career while I'm in college? What should I consider when choosing a career? And how do I separate career myths from reality? What is the difference between a job and a career? A job is work that you do in exchange for money, whereas a career is long term. You do it until you can't anymore. Something you love, a dream job, what you plan and strive for while you work, when you are more invested in the activities of the job than just getting a paycheck. Career myths and realities. Myth number 1. Because I'm getting a college degree, I will have no problem getting hired and making a lot of money. Myth 2. There is one perfect job for me, or I will be happy if I find the right career. Myth number 3. I can get a good job with fill in the blank, name of major. Myth number 4. I should base my major on hot careers that will pay well. Myth number 5. It is too late to change my career. Myth 6. No one will hire me because I am just a student. I won't be able to compete with people with more experience. Myth number 7. I should be passionate about my work. If not, I am doing something wrong. Myth number 8. My career path should follow a neat, straight line. Myth 9. There are not many jobs out there with good pay and benefits, so why bother looking? What should I be? Have you ever heard statements like these? You are so good at math, you should be an accountant. Your best grades have always been in art, but it isn't really practical to become an artist. You like kids so much, you should be a teacher. 12.2. Your Map to Success, the Career Planning Cycle. What steps should I take to learn about my best opportunities? What can I do to prepare for my career while I'm in college? What experiences and resources can help me in my search? Figure 12.5. You can use the career planning cycle to consider and reconsider your approach and progress in choosing and moving toward a career. Learn about yourself, explore majors, careers, jobs, focus your path, try things out, launch, prep, job search, continue education, and then steps toward success. Learn about yourself. The types of information that we should have about ourselves. This includes interests, skills/aptitudes, values, and personality. Formal assessment. Here are some commonly used and useful assessments that you may run across. Interest assessments. Strong interest inventory, self-directed search, Campbell Interest and Skill Survey, Harrington O'Shea's Career Decision-Making System. Personality measures, the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, Clifton Strengths, formerly Strengths Quest, Big Five Inventory, Keirsey Temperament Sorter, Type Focus, and DISC. Career planning software includes Siggy 3 and Focus 2. Get connected. U.S. Department of Labor is a great resource. www.careeronestop.org. Informal assessments include self-reflection and asking others. Explore jobs and careers. Many students seem to believe that the most important decision they will make in college is to choose their major. While this is an important decision, even more important is to determine the type of knowledge you would like to have. Understand what you value and learn how you can apply this in the workplace after you graduate. For example, if you know you like to help people, this is a value. If you also know that you're interested in math and or finances, you might study to become an accountant. To combine both of these, you would gain as much knowledge as you can about financial systems and personal financial habits so that you can provide greater support and better help to your clients. The four factors of self knowledge, interests, skills/aptitudes, values, and personality, which manifest in your KSAs, are also the factors on which employers evaluate your suitability for their positions. They consider what you can bring to their organization that is at once in line with their organization's standards and something they need but don't have in their existing workforce. Along with this, each job has KSAs that define it. You may think about finding a job/career as looking like the figure below. So, figure 12.6. Your fit for a job lies at the intersection of your attributes and the elements of the position. When your strengths align with the employer's needs, both can mutually benefit. So for you, this can include your interests, skills, aptitudes, values, personality. Your strengths are knowledge, skills, and abilities. The job has duties, qualifications, expectations, and standards, working conditions, as well as career path. And the employer needs are, again, knowledge, skills, and abilities. So when you meet in the middle, you have your employer needs and your strengths equal a good fit. Here are some aspects of workplace knowledge: labor market information, industry details, as well as work roles. How do we gain workplace knowledge? Figure 12.7. The World of Work map demonstrates the interconnected areas of occupation and interest. You can use it to help navigate your exploration of workplace knowledge. How do we gain workplace knowledge? Join professional clubs on campus. Attend campus networking events and programs such as job fairs and recruiting information sessions. Use the Occupational Outlook Handbook at the link below. Use My Next Move as well at the link below. And finally, use What Can I Do with This Major? Focus your path. Take advantage of every resource you can while in school. Try things out: community involvement, volunteering, and clubs, internships, and related experiences. What about productive downtime? Well, there are summer internships, summer jobs, school breaks where you can network even if you don't have an inherent internship or job, volunteer opportunities, and find the leaders in your field and read their articles or books. Maybe try and set up a small meeting with them to pick their brain. Transferable skills includes communication, personnel management/leadership, teamwork, computation/quantitative literacy, information technology, and research analysis. The top 4 career competencies that employers want include critical thinking/problem solving, teamwork and collaboration, professionalism and work ethic, as well as oral written communication. I always say if you know how to think, speak, and write, you are absolutely set in your respective career. What to do to get ready: resumes and profiles, digital profiles, as well as social media and online activity. It's a good time to refresh and look through your social media to see if it's congruent with what an employer would ideally like. Resumes and profiles, the college version, figure 12.10. Resumes summarize your accomplishments, education, skills, and experience. To the right is a common resume format. You can also Google and find different ways in which you can write your resume that you deem eligible. I've noticed a lot of people like to Google Harvard resumes, and that format is pretty applicable amongst most jobs. You can tweak it as you see fit, but those are usually quite professional and have a significant higher chance of getting you an interview or the next step of your career search. Digital profiles. Be professional. Your profile isn't a contest. Add relevant experience and information as you attain it. Don't overconnect. Professional networking is not the same as social media. LinkedIn is not a replacement for a real resume. It has beneficial tools, but is not considered a replacement. Social media and online activity never go away. That's why I was emphasizing it earlier. It's all traceable, and it can all have consequences. For other activities on social media, such as strong political views, activism, or opinions on controversial topics, you should use your judgment. Building your portfolio, evidence of any workshops or special classes you attended, evidence of volunteer work, related experience and work products from your time prior to college, materials associated with career related talks, performances, debates, or competitions that you delivered or took part in, products, projects, or experiences developed in internships, fieldwork, clinicals, or other experiences, evidence or universal workplace skills. Preparing your network. Be yourself. Remember, you're in college and they know it. Be polite, but not too casual. Listen. Think of some questions ahead of time. Don't stress. If appropriate and timely, ask if you can keep in touch. And finally, say thank you. Next, remember, you're in college and they know it. Don't try to impress everyone with what you know, alumni or faculty know more. Instead, talk about what you're learning, your favorite class, the project you're most proud of, or even the ones by which you've been most challenged. Again, be polite, not too casual. If your goal is to become a professional, look and sound the part. Did I mention listen? Think of some questions ahead of time. Don't aim for difficult questions or anything too personal, but ask people how they got into their career, with whom they studied in college, what their job is like, and similar questions will both start conversations and provide you with meaningful insight. Don't stress. Remember, if alumni, even highly successful ones, are speaking to you, it's usually because they want to. An encounter over finger food or a brief meetup in the Rad Tech department office isn't going to make or break your job prospects. If appropriate and timely, ask if you can keep in touch. Be prepared with a polished email address and phone number. For example, if your current address is fortnitefan@gmail.com, consider creating a second account that's more professional. Say thank you. No need to go on, but thank them for any advice they give or simply for taking the time to talk with you while you're in college. Don't try to impress everyone with what you know. Instead, talk about what you're learning. Making your case through the words of others. Letters of recommendation. We're going to look at whom to ask for a letter, how to ask, when to ask, and thank you notes, something that goes overlooked. Step to success, preparing for change and being open to opportunities. Things change. Circumstances change. Learn to adapt. Adjust your efforts and yourself to what is presented to you so you can respond accordingly. Never see change as a threat. Do not get intimidated by it. Change can be an opportunity to learn, to grow, to evolve, and to become a better person. This is from Rodolfo Costa. Figure 12.1, Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. This adapted version of Maslow's hierarchy aligns different aspects of your pathway with the different levels and the type of needs we have as humans. With Maslow's hierarchy of needs, at the very base level, we have the physiological needs, which include food, water, shelter. Next is security, which includes safety, employment, assets. The social aspect with family, friendship, intimacy, and belonging. Esteem, self-worth, and accomplishment. And then becoming self-actualized, where an individual experiences inner fulfillment. And to the right, we have the job, we have the career, as well as we have purpose. This will conclude Chapter 12 of College Success provided by OpenStax. I want to thank you if you've listened to all the videos. If this is one of the first ones or one of the first few that you've listened to, go back through and listen to the first few because there's plenty of value throughout the entirety of this course. Once again, this is all property of OpenStax Psychology. This OpenStax ancillary resource is copyright of Rice University under a CC by 4.0 or Attribution International License. It may be reproduced or modified but must be attributed to OpenStax, Rice University, and any changes must be noted. Thank you, OpenStax, once again. And thank you as the learner and educator if you've gone through this course. Let me know in the comments if you are watching this while you're taking the college success or introduction to college class at your respective university. Would love to hear from you. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day and check out my channel for other lecture series. Take care and bye-bye.